Today's presentation. Bear with me because I'm fucking really anxious this morning. Step one. We invest in real powerless over our addiction, that our lives are becoming manageable. The admission for me was I really struggled with admitting I was an addict. I always had it in my head that I'd always be able to control the using. I'd always be able to swap drugs for other drugs and maybe use successfully. I'll get to that in a bit. Denial, when we convince ourselves that we're in control, but we are not. So as I just said, I was in so much denial, I couldn't even see it. Powerlessness, and just before I come in, I was sitting in my flat and I had drugs in front of me. Sat down, just looking at them and crying my fucking eyes out. I couldn't stop using. No matter how much I wanted to, I just couldn't. And that was really fucking painful. Other examples of powerlessness, I shared with you before about, when I was out with my brother and my ex-bird, and we threw a load on the spoon, and I went over, ended up in hospital, and they gave me a couple of shots of adrenaline, brought me back round after about an hour. I woke up and the doctor said, "Stephen, you're lucky to be alive, we're going to keep you in overnight for observation." But knowing this, I still couldn't see that now before I nearly lost my life, and before I knew I was back out there on the trip to the estate just over the road from the hospital to Scotland. Many other examples of powerlessness. Unmanageability, the outward unmanageability, where we struggle financially, we stop paying bills, water rates, electricity, stuff like that. The money just goes on fucking drugs. I don't eat, and when I do eat, it's probably I'm sitting outside fucking Greggs, waiting for bags of pasties and cakes to come, because all my money's gone on drugs. My health goes to fuck. DVT, lymphedema, like blood clots, having people off for drugs, getting left for dead, stabbed, in and out of hospital, losing my life a few times. And responsibilities, drugs always come first. Family, kids, Jack and Samuel. I wasn't interested, drugs were more important. Every time I picked up, the addiction was in control, not me. And everything else outside of me, so I just went to fuck. I wouldn't see my family for years on end. And I remember my mother seeing me in the town centre after a few years, and someone had told her being injected and stuff. She came over to me in the town centre and said, "Can I just check your arm, Steve?" I said, "Listen, I've got to get off. I hope you're okay, you take care of yourself." And off was gone. I just left her there in fucking tears, basically. Another example, powerlessness. Anyway, the inward unmanageability, the emotions, the anger, the fear, the emptiness, the loneliness. Sometimes it's always the inward unmanageability that comes first, and the powerlessness for me. I used so many years, and how I felt and what I thought about myself. Punctuality. Never went to any doctor's appointments or health checks, stuff like that. Job losses, turning up late, getting sacked, time and time again. But I think I said before, I have emotional self-centeredness, you know, that need, you're driven to just take. It's all about us, what you can give me, what I can get out of you, that kind of stuff. Reservations. I had so many, like I said before about that admission. I never wanted to fully admit to myself or concede to myself that I was an addict. I only thought I had one problem with a certain drugs, crack and smack. But, you know, the reservations and things we have tucked in the back of our minds, leave room for possible relapsing. And just excuses basically to pick up again. You know, put the smack and the crack down, and I think to myself, well, I can have a drink on the weekend, go out with the guys, and live a so-called normal life, whatever that fucking is. And it's always took me back to my drug choice. Within half an hour I'd be on the phone, scoring, and then I'd come back again. I think, okay, I'm fucked on the drink, I'm fucked on the smack and crack. Maybe I can try prescription drugs. At least I know what I'm getting now. I know it's pure. The smack and the crack's out there, best of fuck. Waste my time fucking smoking that. So it turned to prescription drugs. Valium, Diazes, Nitrazes, Oxycontin, anything to get me fucking hands on. That took me back out there. Other reservations I've had around relationship breakups, losing family, losing friends. There were times when I just couldn't deal with the fucking loss or the rejection. It was just so overwhelming and unbearable. Fuck it, why not? Just another excuse, another reservation. And I'm back here now, back in rehab, having another go, another chance at this. Spiritual principles, surrender. I feel this time I've fully surrendered. I'm beaten. All the times, all the fucking pain I've been through, the torment, the torture, has brought me to a place where, you know, show me what to do, teach me. One of the spiritual principles attached to this, acceptance. I accept no matter what. No matter how hard I try when I pick up the first one, no matter what that is, I'm off and running. It sets off the addiction all over again. I'm back out there. Humility. Being humble enough to come back and admit defeat, admit I'm beaten. And having that willingness to change, you know. Step 2. We came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. Insanity. Doing the same things and expecting different results. Me coming from a hopeless state of mind to becoming hopeful. Step 2. I'm lacking in power, so I need a power greater than myself. Which for me is Narcotics Anonymous, the literature, sponsorship, service, newcomers, other recovering addicts. Coming to believe, which is a process. You know, we don't just come in to recovery and start believing anything. But for myself, I've been through that much fucking pain. I was willing to believe in anything. I was willing to believe any power greater than the addiction could help me stay clean on a daily basis. Right, as I said before, Power Greater, 12-step program, an 8 meetings, fellowship sponsor, and other addicts. The restoration to sanity, which again for me is another process. The need for a power greater. I can't trust my own thinking, because on any given day my thinking is fucked up, believe me. I can create all kinds of shit in my head. And the danger for me is when I let that build up, I'm trapped in that fucking triangle of self-obsession, resentment, anger and fear. no way out. And I find the courage and the strength to share that thinking with other addicts. And that's where I get the restoration in society. Spiritual principles, that's step 2. I've opened my mind to a new experience with the steps, recovery, with a new way of life. The willingness is there. I don't think I've ever lost that willingness to explore and try again, try a new way, a different approach. Faith. I keep my faith alive by staying connected with other recovering addicts, going to meetings and actively listening to what's getting said in the meetings, to the message. And other people in the meeting keep my faith alive, keep my hope alive. Because I've opened my heart and my mind to this stuff. And humility, as I said before, we don't humble ourselves to try something different, ask for help, reach out, admit we don't have all the fucking answers. That's a good place to be. It's a good start. And the courage to change. Each and every one of us in here, we've all got courage. We wouldn't be here otherwise. And it takes a lot of courage to step into a place like this. And a lot of tolerance and patience. That's step 2. Step 3. We made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God and understanding. So we're making that decision. For me, I made that decision when I picked up the phone and reached out to a friend of mine in Glasgow, and he spoke to Carl, and I spoke to Carl and asked for help. And then I came in here and followed up with that commitment. There's no point making a decision and not following up with a commitment. It's pointless in my eyes. So I'm here. Been here ever since I made that decision to commit to this program, to a new way of life. Self-will. When I run on my will gets me into all kinds of trouble. I cause people pain, I harm people, I hurt people. I ignore the needs and the feelings of others. It's all about, as I said before, what I can get out of you, what you can give me. There's always a motive in my will. God's will, the opposite, is doing the right things for the right reasons and not expecting any kind of payoff. So, you know, if it's not spiritual, don't fucking do it. That's what I say. Looking out and helping others as well. Being of service to others. Just, you know, when someone's struggling, just being there, just sitting with them and just listening, you know, it's probably the greatest act of love you can give anyone, in my eyes. Got to have understanding, and that has changed for me. My concept of that has changed over time. Now it's like, my higher power's will is the spiritual principles. I try and practice the spiritual principles to the best of my ability. The honesty, open-mindedness and willingness. I have regular conversations with the God of my understanding. Other ways, like, you know, group of druggies, good orderly direction, the literature, the therapeutic power of one addict helping another. God works through people. Spiritual principles attached to step 3 is hope, faith, surrender, willingness, patience and trust. Each day when I get up, I try to practice patience, trust and faith. Sometimes I can take my will back. sometimes I'm not even aware that it's hit me fucking elbow. But I just do the best I can. And for me, there's my foundation. And I feel today that I've built a strong foundation. So there's me 1, 2 and 3 guys. Thanks.